We have constantly read or heard debates on news channels, media, and several other platforms with respect to Hindus. There are several restrictions placed on Hindus, their festivals, the way they should behave, etc. by the judiciary. The judiciary decides whether crackers should be banned or not during Diwali. Are crackers the only reason for air pollution in the country? Why can't the state or central governments or judiciary place restrictions on the burning of stubble or on the chemical factories releasing poisonous gases illegally? The complete country shows concern for animals during Jallikattu. Why is there no debate on slaughtering of animals during Bakri Eid? Why should the judiciary decide whether women should enter Sabrimala or not? Will the judiciary decide whether women should enter mosques or not? Or for that matter, can the judiciary interfere with the church authorities for not appointing women cardinals? There are several such examples, and the list can be endless. Let us look at the constitutional rights we all get in India. Article 25 of the Constitution gives the freedom of conscience and free profession, practice, and propagation of religion. Article 26 gives us the freedom to manage religious affairs. It also gives us freedom to establish and maintain institutions for religious and charitable purposes, manage our own affairs in religious matters, own and acquire movable or immovable property, and administer such property in accordance with law. Article 28 grants us the freedom to attend religious instructions or worship in certain educational institutions. Hold on, there is one more part to this. No religious instructions shall be provided in any educational institute that is wholly maintained out of state funds. Article 29 protects the interests of minorities. Article 30 grants the rights to the minorities to establish and administer their educational institution. We hope now you can connect the dots. Let us see one more. Article 48 says that the state shall endeavor to organize agriculture and animal husbandry on modern and scientific lines, and shall take steps for preserving and improving breeds and prohibit the slaughter of cows and calves and other milch and draught cattle. Now that we have stated the various articles of our constitution, let's take particular examples to see how Hindus are oppressed. Article 25 gave us freedom to profess religion. Then why were there demographic changes in Kashmir? What led to Kashmiri Hindu genocide? Why weren't they protected under Article 25? Why are there restrictions on Sabrimala, Jallikattu, Diwali, Holi, etc.? Can't we manage our own affairs on religious matters as per Article 26? Why does the government control Hindu temples? Aren't they violating Article 26 by not allowing us to manage our religious affairs, own and acquire our religious property, and administer them? Has any government ever controlled mosques or churches? Remember Article 28 and the word certain? Articles 29 and 30 protect the rights of the minorities. But texts like Vedas, Upanishads, Mahabharata, Ramayana, etc. are banned in public education, labeling them as religious. When Articles 29 and 30 grant rights to the minorities, why is it sinister to propagate our ancient texts? Is this secular? Jallikattu was banned because it showed cruelty to animals. What about Bakri Eid? Yes, that has special protection under the rights of minorities. But Article 48 prohibits slaughter of cows and calves. Yet, the beef export industry of $3.17 billion, and India is one of the largest beef exporters. As if this weren't enough, the government releases special schemes for the minorities, keeping the Hindu interests secondary. In entirety, Hindus have been denied several rights given to us by the constitution. In the name of secularism, Hindu rights have been sacrificed continuously.